Hello. This will not be for everyone. This is for people that have a very challenging relationship with a sibling and who maybe have always wondered why it has to be that way. There's love because it's family, but is there like maybe you choose not to be around your sibling? And I'm sharing this because I was so late in figuring out what was going on behind the scenes. I was not spiritual in the least until after my brain surgeries at the end of 2012. As my life changed, I had to find something to keep me here. This was the first time I even thought about healing things, because before that, I had no idea that how I operated was quite dysfunctional. And even when I became spiritual and realized the need for healing, it still was years before I figured out why my sister and I didn't have a chance of having a decent relationship. And so if you also have a challenging relationship with a sibling, if you feel drawn, keep watching, because what I discovered had nothing to do with incompatibility. I got a phone call from my niece who said, "I think you are going to want to come see my mom." And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. That never goes well. It turns out that my sister had just recently, within the last 2 weeks, been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And that's not a good diagnosis to receive. So I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to have a chance to make peace with my sister, but before I could get into town, she was taken to the hospital in a coma, and she never came out of it. I had no idea until after my mother was dead that she was a narcissist. After my sister died, I was watching YouTube, and Spirit tends to put things on my main page that I'm supposed to watch. Clicked on a video that was about common traits in children of narcissists. You know, I had done enough healing that I was beginning to see there had been something off in my family dynamic, and it was kind of like a what the hell. As the woman went through trait after trait, I was like, oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's me. And finally, the pieces of the puzzle came together as to why I had such little self-esteem, why I felt so bad about who I was, why going through life was a struggle as me, because in my eyes, I just had no worth, no value. Things started coming to light, and I realized that how I had viewed the dynamic was a very small part of the actual picture. So a narcissistic parent will pit siblings against each other. I always thought, well, my sister is the golden child. She is the favorite. There must be something wrong with me, that my mom can't love me. But I never knew that while my sister was held up to me as the perfect daughter, my mom was going back to her and holding me up as something to be jealous of. Why would I share this with you? Because you may be at the same place I was, not realizing that you even had a narcissistic parent, because that's not something the inner child wants to acknowledge. You mean my parent actually was doing things to sabotage my relationship with myself, my relationship with my siblings? That can't be. My mommy would never do that. My daddy would never do that. The inner child doesn't want to see that there was all this stuff behind the scenes meant to keep all siblings not feeling good about each other, feeling jealous. I'm bringing it up just in case you're getting a certain feeling in your body and you are realizing that you may have a narcissist who's a parent. Or maybe you have realized it, but you still didn't make the connection that that parent actually was doing their best to keep you estranged from your sibling. I'm just throwing it out there in case you have never understood, because I came into this thinking, oh, well, we're both adopted, we're not blood related, that must be why. Or, oh, we have such different personalities, that must be why. But it just never really made sense. Well, with all that resentment, jealousy being stirred up with the favoritism, it never was going to work. It never was supposed to. It may be something for you to consider. This healing stuff is complicated. I believe that things don't come up until we're ready to deal with them. And if this is something that resonates with you and you feel ready to potentially deal with it, awesome. I had no idea. You may have no idea. I'm at the place now. My mom is dead. My dad is dead. My sister is dead. I have no original family left, and there's no way that I can heal any of it. I want to share this now, while you still have a chance to maybe take your sibling off to the side at a family gathering sometime, or give them a call and ask them what they were experiencing, because it may be that you too were just puppets on a string, feeding a narcissistic supply. If you have a chance to repair things, it's got to be better than looking back with no family left and thinking, man, it could have been so much different. It could have been so much better. Why have regrets when you can actually do something proactively to change things now?